Hi guys, Luke here from LukeTechReviews, and I'm back again today with another video. This time I'll be taking a look at the Zugu case for my 12.9 M1 iPad Pro. I've been using the case for the past few months, and to be honest I haven't taken it off, so a bit of a spoiler up front. I love the case. I can't wait to give you my thoughts and opinions, so let's dive in and see what this case is about. So just want to start with how the case feels and how it looks. So as soon as you pick up the case, you can feel the soft touch vegan leather. It feels really good and really premium, and when you spend quite a bit of money on your new shiny iPad Pro, it's nice to have a premium case that goes with it, and I really feel like this one fits the bill. The case comes with a 2-year warranty direct from Zugu, which they say is a no questions asked warranty, whatever that means. But for me that obviously shows they're very confident in the ability of the drop protection for this case. The price of the case comes in at £75 or $69 depending on where you are. So it's obviously not a cheap case, but as I go through the review I'll explain why I think the price is worth it and why I think you should consider purchasing this case today. Let's just take a look at the case. So just here, as you can see, we have the Zugu logo, and then either side of that we have 10 magnetic strips, which are very useful, and I'll cover those just in a minute. But it offers a lot of flexibility and versatility with those strips being on the case. Those magnetic strips are one of the reasons, which is why I think it's worth paying a bit extra for this case versus some competitors. So let's just take a look at the kickstand, which goes in to those magnetic strips. So it's just here at the back, and it just pulls up and down, and what you do is you just open your case, flip it round, and get a slot straight in there. You can see you can hear the magnetic noise. Each one slots in, and once you've got it in there, it stays in there fairly good, and then you get the choice to move them around. So when you put them in and place it down, you'll see it stays in place. So those strips, as I said, offer 10 different positions, which, if you can imagine the versatility of what that gives you when you're trying to do things like video editing or watching media for media consumption, or just lying down and browsing the internet, the choices you have for what position you want your case in is fantastic, and not a lot of other cases out there offer this versatility or flexibility on how you want to use your case in certain positions. There is another party trick for this case. So as you can see, the footage I'm showing over the top now, the case actually has a magnetic strip in the back, so you can't see it, but it's built in just here, and when you place it on any surface that is metal, it does stick. Now that is a pretty cool feature, and although it's cool, I won't be using it myself too much because I'm a bit afraid of it falling off. It hasn't done when I have tested it, but I don't fancy finding out the hard way if I do knock it or someone walks into it. But if the worst scenario did happen and it did fall off, at least you get the no questions asked warranty from Zugu, and the case is actually rated at 5-foot drop protection including concrete. So that's pretty good that they're backing up the claims of no claims warranty with a 5-foot drop protection including concrete. Again, shows to me they're very confident in their own product. So just looking at the back, as you can see, when I lift the kickstand up, we have some air vents here. So there's 10 air vents to let the heat out the back and manage heat dispersion for things like gaming, heavy tasks like video editing. The iPad can get hot, so at least when it does, it's able to breathe and let the hot air out through the back of those holes. As you can also see, just above that we have a slot for the Apple Pencil, which is cool, and then above that there's another slot for the Apple Pencil here. The difference between the two is that one won't charge, it's just a slot to keep it out of harm's way when you're completely done using the tablet, and the one on top you can pop it in there and the pencil will charge whilst you're still using the iPad but not the pencil, for example. When you close the case on the right, we do have a small lip. Now this lip is to help open the iPad, which is great. So when you pick it up, you know that there's a lip on the right and you just pull it up and open the case. But it can be a bit tricky, because if you pick up the iPad this way, for example, you automatically go to use that tab and it's not there. So there's a piece of feedback for Zugu. Maybe add another couple of tabs around the outside so we're covered all around the case, but not a big issue, just something to point out. Moving across to the ports, so we've got the USB-C cuts out here, nice and recessed and covered, and then you've got speaker grills on both sides of the case, and then your microphones are also covered. Let's have a quick look at the buttons and do a button test. So buttons are well protected and they're fine to press. They're not the best buttons, but fans of the channel know I'm very fussy when it comes to buttons. If they were metal, be better, but as they are, they're fine. There's no real complaints there. As you can probably tell, this has been a very positive review, and to be honest, it's my favourite case. So it's been hard to nitpick at it. I've just enjoyed using it. I've had it on every day since I bought the iPad a few months back, and I've just not taken it off. As I said at the beginning, I've really enjoyed using it. If I did have to find some negative or some feedback for Zugu, as I said earlier, maybe the buttons could be a bit clickier, maybe metal ones, and adding a few more lips across the outside of the case just so we can open it a bit easier would be pretty cool. But personally, I do recommend this case for anyone that's got a 12.9 5th or 6th generation iPad. If you do wish to purchase one, guys, I'll leave a link in the description. And just for clarity, I bought this case out of my own money and it was not sent to me by Zugu. So to support the channel, if you guys could please use that link when you purchase it, and also drop a comment down below, let me know, do you like the case? If not, what case are you using, and what cases would you like me to cover for the iPad Pro going forward? Thanks guys, I'm Luke from Luke Tech Reviews. See you next time.